Friends, there are many rivers in India, but some rivers have more religious importance than other rivers like Ganga, Shipra, or Godavari. The mythological belief is that by just taking a dip in these rivers at a specific time in a specific place, the sins of not only this life but all the lives of a person are washed away, and the person gets salvation. Salvation means freedom from the shackles of life and death. The biggest goal of a person's life is to attain salvation, and that is why people gather in a specific city on the banks of a specific river at a specific time. And this rare coincidence is such a Kumbh Mela is an event which hypnotizes people, not only in India but also in Asia, but in the entire world. And this is Kumbh Mela. Kumbh Mela is an ocean of faith where the world's largest religious crowd gathers. It is so big that a crowd that is more than the population of many countries of the world comes to take a dip in the rivers in the name of faith. It is so big that a temporary city must be built to manage the crowd that has come out in search of salvation. Lakhs of tents must be put up. Roads of many kilometers have to be built and bridges have to be built. It is so big that this human crowd of crores of people is visible even from space. You can guess its importance from the fact that Kumbh Mela is included in UNESCO's representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity, which means that this fair is India's most important cultural heritage at the international level. This fair represents the culture of the great Sanatan Dharma. It is held in 4 cities of India: Prayagraj, Ujjain, Hari, and Nashik. And in the year 2025, this Kumbh Mela is being held. India will witness the most austere Kumbh Maha Kumbh, because this rare combination of planets and constellations that decide this Maha Kumbh has been formed after 144 years. The grandeur of this Maha Kumbh, which will run from 13 January to 26th of February 2025, is going to be more than ever. It is estimated that this time more than 40 crore devotees from the country and abroad will come to take a dip in the Ganga in Prayagraj. The estimated budget of Maha Kumbh alone is more than 5,000 crores. But do you ever have questions in your mind that what is the difference between Kumbh, Ardha Kumbh, and Maha Kumbh? How is it decided that when Kumbh will be held? When Ardha Kumbh will be held since time immemorial? What is so special about this Kumbh Mela that crores of people reach one place without any invitation? Big Siddha Naga sadhus who have renounced all the worldly desires travel thousands of kilometers to take a dip here. What is the history behind this? Apart from this, how Kumbh's mere 30 to 45 days time boosts the city's economy? What is the importance of this fair? So let's go together on a virtual journey of Maha Kumbh, the ocean of faith, and find the answers to all these questions. Friends, before knowing the historical background of Kumbh Mela, let's understand what Kumbh Mela means. Kumbh is a Sanskrit word which means kalash or pitcher, and Mela means a special festival or belief. See the crowd of people gathered due to this. When did Kumbh Mela start in history? Or who started it? We do not get any accurate or authentic information about this in any text. However, according to historian S.B. Rai, evidence of holy river bath has been found in 110,000 BC. Apart from this, river fairs are also found in Buddhist scriptures of 600 BC. Rai also believes that the present format of the fair started forming around 300 AD. Not only this, in 600 AD, a traveler from China, Fansong, took a dip in the Kumbh organized by Emperor Harsha in Prayagraj. Let us now understand what the story behind Kumbh is. According to Hindu mythological texts, it is believed that the story of Kumbh is related to Samudra Manthan. It is important to know about Maharishi Durvasa before Samudra Manthan. According to beliefs, Maharishi Durvasa is called the son of Lord Shiva. It is believed that he was born from the anger of Lord Shiva, and this is why anger was most visible in his nature. Durvasa Rishi used to get angry on small things and he used to curse. Once Maharishi Durvasa cursed the gods. Due to the curse, Indra and other gods became weak. Taking advantage of this weakness, the demons attacked the gods and snatched their heaven from them. After this, all the gods together went to Lord Vishnu and told him the whole thing. Then Lord Vishnu told the gods that to defeat the demons, you need Amrit, and you can extract this Amrit by churning the Kshir Sagar. But to do this work, you will have to take the help of demons. By drinking Amrit, the gods become immortal and defeat the demons easily. On hearing this from Lord Vishnu, all the gods made a compromise with the demons and started trying to extract Amrit. Vasuki Nag started churning the ocean, was made a rope, and Mandarachal mountain was made a churning rod. A total of 14 things came out of the Samudra Manthan. The first thing that came out was Halahal poison, which Shiva wore in his neck and became known as Nilkanth. After this, Kamdanu cow, Airavat elephant, Kalpatri, Apsara, Rambhamadalakshmi, 5 Janya Shank, Parijat, other things like tree, sarang, bow came out, and in the end, Amrit Kalash came out. When the Amrit Kalash came out, a fight started between the gods and demons to get it. Meanwhile, Jayant picked up the Amrit Kalash and ran away from there. Jayant is the son of Lord Indra. Now the demons started chasing Jayant. Jayant kept running with the Amrit Kalash, and in this struggle, some drops of Amrit spilled at 4 places on the earth, and these places were Hardwar on the banks of Ganga, Harkipauri on the banks of Triveni Sangam, Prayagraj on the banks of Kshipra River, Ujjain and near the Godavari River, Nashik. That is why these places are considered holy, and Kumbh Mela is held here. Now the question is why Kumbh Mela is held every 12 years. The fight between the gods and the demons went on for a total of 12 days, and it took 12 days for Jayant to get the Amrit. There's 12 Kumbha, in which 4 Kumbha are held on earth and 8 in heaven. It is believed that 1 day of the gods is equal to 1 year on earth. That is why Kumbh Mela is celebrated every 12 years. It can also be said that Kumbh Mela is organized at these 4 places every 3 years. Kumbh Mela is of 4 types: Ard Kumbh, Purna Kumbh, and Maha Kumbh. Apart from Prayagraj, this fair is also held in Haridwar, Nashik, and Ujjain. This fair is organized every 12 years. For this, all the 4 places are chosen in turn. Ard Kumbh Mela is held because it is considered half cycle of Kumbh Mela. That is why it is celebrated every 6 years. However, Ard Kumbh Mela is held only at 2 places, Haridwar and Prayagraj. The Kumbh Mela of Prayagraj is celebrated after 12 years. This is called Purna Kumbh Mela. That is, the Purna Kumbh is organized only on the banks of Sangam in Prayagraj. That is, in 2025, the fair held in Prayagraj is not only a Kumbh but also a Purna Kumbh. The last Purna Kumbh Mela was organized in Prayagraj in 2013. This Purna Kumbh is considered very auspicious. Similarly, the Kumbh Mela held after every 144 years is called Maha Kumbh. That is, after 12 Purna Kumbha. A Maha Kumbh is held, but it is held only in Prayagraj. Now, since Maha Kumbh is held after 144 years, it is very special. The Kumbh held in Prayagraj is also considered more important because 3 rivers meet here, and that is why the largest number of devotees come here compared to the other 3 cities. Now the question is how the date of Kumbh Melas is decided. Where will Kumbh be organized? This decision is taken based on the position of certain planets, astronomy, astrological calculations, and religious beliefs. However, behind this also there is a story like Samudra Manthan and Amrit. When the Amrit Kalash was being snatched, then Sun, Moon, and Jupiter protected it. Therefore, when these protecting planets come on the current zodiac signs, then Kumbh Yoga is formed. That is, in the year in which zodiac sign, there is a conjunction of Sun, Moon, and Jupiter. In the same year, Kumbh Mela is held in the same zodiac sign where the drops of Amrit fell. And this yoga is formed every 12 years. In Vishnu Purana, these astrological yoga have been explained through shlokas. You will be able to see it on the screen. This yoga is for Nashik Kumbh. This yoga is mentioned for Samatha to be held in Ujjain, for Kumbh to be held in Prayag. The combination of planets should be like this, and in the end for Haridwar it should be like this. If we translate these shlokas in Hindi, then when Sun is in Leo and Jupiter is in Leo or Cancer, then Kumbh Mela is held in Nasik. Whereas, when Sun enters Aries and Jupiter enters Leo, then Kumbh Mela is organized in Avantika, Ujjain. Apart from this, when Sun and Moon are in Capricorn and Jupiter is in Taurus, then Kumbh Mela is organized in Prayagraj. Whereas, when Sun is in Aries and Jupiter is in Aquarius, then Kumbh Mela is organized in Haridwar. However, apart from the mythological story, there is also an astrological belief that such combination of planets makes the river water like medicine, and bathing in these rivers currently purifies the body as well as the soul. Apart from this, Kumbh is also believed to have spiritual significance. That the position of special planets during the time of Kumbh can be the best time for concentration and meditation. Friends, the Kumbh Mela begins with a royal bath. In this, spiritual leaders of various sects and 13 akharas, Naga sadhus, Siddhi gurus, take a bath in the river and start the fair, which is called Shahi Stan. Only after these spiritual leaders take a bath, other devotees take a holy dip in the river. Friends, now let us know the importance of Kumbh Mela in Indian culture. What is Maha Kumbh Mela? It is a wonderful event that connects faith, culture, and ancient tradition together. It should not be seen only from the prism of religion. Not only from India but also from abroad, lakhs of people come to take a dip in Kumbh. There is no discrimination in Kumbh, no matter who the person is, of any caste, religion, or class. This fair is celebrated with one purpose, and that is Moksha Kumbh. The culture of India explains the secular concept of India. It tells how every person who comes here is just a devotee and nothing else. However, Kumbh Mela is not limited to just taking a dip in the river. Religious discussions take place here. People worship together and eat together. Faith and knowledge are also exchanged here. Sadhus and sannyasis show their traditions to the world. Kumbh truly shows that India is a proudly multi-religious and multicultural country. This is what makes it special at the international level. For this reason, Kumbh Mela is also called the cultural ambassador of India, and it has also become a part of India's cultural diplomacy. Millions of foreign devotees come to Kumbh. They see and feel Indian culture, religion, and traditions very closely. Therefore, it is said that Kumbh establishes India as a soft power. Kumbh makes the country a cultural and religious superpower at the international level. Let us now know that what is special in this Maha Kumbh, and how can it boost the economy of Uttar Pradesh. Friends, the importance of the Maha Kumbh Mela, starting from 13th January 2025 in Prayagraj, is not limited to cultural and religious boundaries only. But this Kumbh is also very special in terms of economy. This Maha Kumbh is a golden opportunity for the Uttar Pradesh government to boost religious tourism, because it has been estimated that this time around 40 to 45 crore pilgrims can come here. Therefore, this time a temporary city is being built on about 4,000 hectares for Kumbh. It has even been given the status of a temporary district. Now let's talk about the last Kumbh. In 2013, a budget of 1,214 crores were given for Kumbh, although the total expenditure on the fair was only 1,017 crores. The budget of the Maha Kumbh of 2025 is 443 crores more than that of 2013. That is, the budget of the Maha Kumbh this time is 5,060 crores, out of which the central government has given 0 crores. A total revenue was collected from the Maha Kumbh held in 2013, and this time about 2,000 crores will be spent from the Maha Kumbh. Revenue of crores of rupees is expected to be collected. Now you must have understood that Maha Kumbh is not just a religious gathering, but also an economy booster. Understand the scale of this year's Kumbh Mela. In 2013, 16 square kilometer area was made available for Kumbh Mela. This time, the area has been increased by 2,400 hectares, which is about 2.5 times more than last time. In the last Kumbh, 18 tempered pipe bridges were built on the Ganga. This time their number is 30. In the last Kumbh, the fair was divided into 14 sectors. This time Maha Kumbh has been divided into 25 sectors. To ensure that the devotees do not face any problem, 9 concrete ghats and 30 pontoon bridges have been built for bathing and washing. About 1.5 lakh toilets have been built at the fair site, and about 10,000 cleaners have been deployed to keep them clean. 7,000 streetlights have been installed in the tent city to avoid any problems at night. Transportation has been made easier and more accessible. For this, 400 kilometers of temporary roads have been built, and 550 shuttle buses and 7,000 roadways buses will be run. According to Railway Minister Ashwini Vaibhav, a total of 13,000 trains will be run, including 3,000 special trains for the devotees of Maha Kumbh. Apart from this, during the preparations for the fair, efforts are being made to make the city of international level, for which technology is also being used. Talking about security, 23,000 CCTV cameras have been installed along with drone aerial surveillance, AI-based surveillance and video, and thermal imaging systems have also been deployed to strengthen security. Fire safety centers have been created to ensure that no accidents occur. See, this Maha Kumbh will directly benefit local businesses, employment, and tourism industry. According to the Ministry of Culture, sales of Maha Kumbh-related items like diaries, calendars, jute bags, and stationery have seen an increase of 25%. This fair is going to benefit thousands of local players, like small vendors of Prayagraj like tempo operators, rickshaw pullers, flower sellers at temple sites, boatmen, etc. This means that it is certain that Maha Kumbh will increase employment opportunities in Uttar Pradesh. According to the Tourism Department, due to the preparations for this religious festival, employment opportunities have already been created for about 4,000–5,000 families. This is expected to bring a huge economic boom in the ecosystem around the Maha Kumbh fair. Not only this, but its positive impact will also affect Varanasi, Ayodhya, Mathura, and Ded. It will also affect other spiritual centers like Vindhyahal. However, friends, Kumbh Mela has another aspect, and that is environmental challenge. Even though the government and people are getting a lot of benefits from Kumbh Mela, but crores of people who come to Kumbh Mela bring environmental challenges. Pollution and plastic waste are the biggest causes of concern in rivers like Ganga. That's all in today's episode. Comment and tell us how you liked this episode. Are you also planning to go to Kumbh Mela?